Good morning, Peter Goertz. I'm a psychiatrist. Do you like it when someone says, I love you? Probably you do, and that can make us vulnerable. And recently I saw a patient who was scammed because of that vulnerability, and it's quite common, especially now since the internet exists. So over the years, I've seen at least two patients who've been through that and who've really suffered financially and emotionally. And some people are more vulnerable than others. Probably if someone is lonely, has a history of being abused, that can make them more vulnerable. And it can get to the point where it creates a difficult situation for a psychiatrist because these people can become delusional. So, for example, a lady who has never seen a man whom she's been communicating with for years, has given him money. He is probably in a foreign country, and at some point, actually, a lady whom this happened to told me that she had been in contact with a man in Jamaica. So things can really get to the point where people are being used terribly, but they're also, like I said, very vulnerable. So they like that attachment. They love it when someone says, I love you. They love it when someone is nice to them. So it can get to the point where they're delusional. And people have called that an erotomanic delusion. And then the question for a psychiatrist can be, if you see a patient like that, are they gravely disabled? Is it to the point where they need to be treated with an antipsychotic, where they need to be hospitalized psychiatrically? These are valid questions, and the family can be at their wits' end because people can lose enormous amounts of money. More than $200,000, can become homeless and even attempt suicide then when they realize that this may not be true, what they think they're experiencing, this intense love. And it can lead to a lot of conflict with family. So this can be a real problem. And in the most recent situation that I encountered, I spoke with a lady, and she, at least in part, acknowledged that in the past she had been taken advantage of financially. But currently, she did not acknowledge that. And it may or may not have been happening actually recently, but she was being taken advantage of via her bank account. So her bank account was being used, and it might have been for something that she could have been held responsible for. So overall, these people can really get used and get into situations where they're financially destitute, homeless, don't have a car anymore. So this particular lady, I felt, after I spoke with a relative who really was very concerned and also didn't know what else to do. They had really been trying for quite some time to help the lady, and felt that she really needed treatment to try and help her with her delusional belief. So these situations can be very tricky, and people can be quite resistant to giving up the delusions, because that means giving up what they perceive as their love, that they're receiving. Thank you very much.